Okay, so I'm going to show you exactly how I save all my files onto my hard drive so I can work on the files pretty much remotely from anywhere, as long as I have a laptop that's running Final Cut Pro in that particular version. And I'm also going to show you how you can actually potentially take it completely online without using like Frame.io, which you could use Frame.io to like manage out projects and stuff, but I'm showing you how I do it on the hard drive. Okay, so the first thing I do, like when I get in from backing up all my footage, how I'm saving the footage is like this, and I'm just going to take you through me just exactly walking it through. So let's say, for instance, this is test 1 2 3. Okay, that is the name of the event. Actually, let's rename it. Let's say event or client. All right, so I have the client here, then I go in here and I'm starting to create these folders. Usually I have them on copy and paste, but right now I'll just kind of like just go through it in detail. Okay, so I have footage. All right, of course I can't spell. And then I'll have music. Then I'll have sound effects. Oh, can I spell? Can I spell? Effects. And then I'll have any type of graphics that the client provides or graphics that I actually have. Graphics, right? And then finally I'll have trying to think what else I have. Oh, I'll have treatment. If we went through anything, if we discussed any type of treatment that we're going to apply to the video, or if I have any storyboards, I'll kind of name it here treatment, storyboard. So everything is on the same, can I spell story? All right, here we go. So I have everything within that same folder. So this is exactly how I'm going to save all the footage is going into here. Now, let's say if it's a multi-day event, all right? So I'm going into footage and then I'm going into day 1, and this will be at ATL, okay? And then let's say, for instance, we're flying around everywhere. I'll have day 2, and that's in SFO, safe in San Francisco. Okay, so then I get into the day 1 and the day 2. Then I'm going into detail on day 1. Okay, so day 1 could be again, this is just a way to like separate everything out so everything is nice and organized. So day 1 would be, let's say for instance, trip there, or let's just say flight in to conference. Okay, and then next one, it could be, let's say for instance, you know, conference or whatever's happening that day. If you're shooting a ton of things, but again, you wouldn't need to do this if you're not shooting a ton of things a day, or in a particular area. And this would just be like your flight in, like the conference to the hotel. You could break it down that way. But just for the sake of this video, let's just delete this. And let's just only name this, like, you know, it's day 1 in Atlanta. And the day 1 in Atlanta is going to be, I'm going to say ABC conference. Okay, because that's what you're shooting. So all the footage is going to sit in here. If you go back out, you have your day 1, your day 2, and day 2, we will say SFO conference. Okay, so now you're in day 2 of that. All right, so that's pretty much how I break everything down. Now, the reason why I break it down this way, again, like I mentioned, I like to have the file on me if I'm moving about. So right now I have like 3 MacBooks and a desktop that I use. But let's say, for instance, my MacBook completely crashes, right? And I have to go to Mac, go over there, and I have to get a new computer while I'm there, and I have Final Cut installed on there. Instead of having the files on that Mac that just crashes on here, and again, you got to remember too, this is also backed up somewhere back at your home station. So you could take this, you can plug it in, as long as it's the same version. Once you double click that project file, it's reading everything on here, and then you can start editing from there. And again, the reason why I save everything, I have a sound effects folder, but I save everything back into the folder that I'm working on, where those particular sound effects will be. Because how many times have you downloaded songs, they sit in your downloads, you end up editing from that, and you may move a computer, and then you got that red screen of death saying, oh yeah, that file does not, it's not linked up. Then you have to find it and relink it, or if you empty your downloads, you got to go back and get it. So everything gets saved on the working file, on the working hard drive, that I'm using when I'm moving forward. Now, here's a way that you can actually take this and put it online. And this, I used this from before as well. I don't do it much so often now, being that I have these SSDs. I didn't like moving around with the other hard drives that were that had a spinning disk inside of them. You could take this same thing and you could create it inside a Google Drive folder. So a Google Drive folder, how you can set that up, and I know I'm getting a little bit advanced here, you can have a dedicated computer at home or at your office, and that computer is always, it's kind of like a server. So that computer is always connected in, it's always connected. It has enough space on that particular computer that it's always hardlined into an Ethernet cord instead of working off Wi-Fi, and it's always on. So you could dedicate that computer to be like the storage computer. That's where you would link all the majority of the files that you're working on because you want to be remote. Okay, so then the Google Drive will be logged into that computer, and that particular folder or that's housing everything will be the folder that distributes things out. So if you are in New York and you have a laptop, you connect to the internet, and then you connect to that Google Drive folder, you literally sign into that Google Drive folder by the app that comes with Mac or the Google Drive app. You could then download the footage onto that computer remotely and work on it remote. Now, the idea with that is not to have two people in the computer or in that file at the same time in two different areas, because then you get some corruption, and it all depends on your download speed. So you can get all the files where you need them. You can work on it because the project file and everything is saving into that folder and it's uploading to the cloud. And then you could pull that down once it's all done wherever you're at. So that's one way that I've done it in the past. If I'm using Google Drive and I want to edit somewhere remote, if I don't have my computer and I don't have a hard drive, but that's a little bit slower. So I just recommend like you having a hard drive, you save everything in those folders, and then from there you'll be able to edit anywhere on the go. If you have your laptop just crashed, you could go to Mac or Apple, get another one, you have it, Final Cut's on there, you upload it and you go from there. And it works the same way for Premiere as well. As long as you have that editing program on your computer, it's going to pull from that same path back onto the folder. I know this was kind of long, but hopefully it helps. Let me know if you need anything else. Till next time.